Hey, what's up, Hot Garbage Squad? Foxy back with another Siege video, but today is different. Today, I'm going to show you what are the best defenses that #1 guild in Global are using on the outer ring. So if you don't know the Siege strategy, essentially, on the outer ring, people need to break through your outer ring to go to your inside defenses, right? And highest level, malicious, top 1, top 2, top 3, a common strategy is to cut off your tower number 1, 2, and 3. So the towers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 should have your most powerful defense to waste their most powerful offense, and you recycle that over and over. So let's not talk too much. Let's get into it. What's the most meta defenses and why I think this will work. I'm not going to expose their win rates or their runes on it, but obviously I have a good idea of why it's built. You know, for privacy reasons and for a competitive advantage, I'm not going to do a poor thing here. So this defense here, Galleon, Clara, Yen. So let's look at all of them first. It looks like they're all Galleon, Clara, Yen. Okay, if you don't know, in my previous video that I was a malicious, I actually saw a lot of Yen teams, and from my understanding, Yen, you build it on Violent as a chance to go bonkers, like just bonkers. Like it's going to go Violent proc turn after turn. And then how this team works is it's like a cleave team essentially. So I see why you want to run these type of defenses over Skogul, because a speed defense that gets you a W, whereas a Skogul defense you can bruiser it out as not guaranteed. Like these defenses, I'm gonna assume they have at least a 50% win rate. That's why they're front lines. But the reason why these 5 teams work is because Galleon speed lead, Clara is like a blue Molong, so it strips you. And the strip is also AoE. So if you strip everything, Galleon lands defense break, Yen destroys one unit, Violent procs destroys another unit. What do you have? And it's also a mono defense. You can't exactly solo it with one monster like we do in the Hot Garbage Squad. So I think that's why this team works here. And in terms of build, Yen is going to be on Violent 100%, unless, you know, maybe your earlier game, you're going to put her on Swift. Reason being, her kit rewards you for going like multiple times. Clara as a stripper, like any stripper, is going to be if you're running Praha or Junos or Iris, they're probably on Despair, right? But on a speed defense like this, Swift is probably the most likely built for a Clara, because it's basically running your arena defense here, turning a W and sniping someone out. So once again, they're all the same, but one of them's got some more skins than the other. And here we go to the Nat 5 tower. The first one, a Galleon, Wind, Beast Rider, and Clara. Same concept here as the previous team. I believe the Wind Beast Rider gets attack bar, some sort of variation like that, but it's the same concept as the Yen team, so I'm not going to go into too much about that. Second defense, Chiwu, Tyrone, and Wind Beast Rider. I need to read what the Wind Beast Rider does for me to give a real response here. And you know, it's my first time seeing it, because if I knew a marsh like the wind marshal, the wind savannah was there, I wouldn't be looking it up and then giving you an answer. So what should you do here? Faster your attack speed, so scales off speed. Yep, the same as everyone. The rider increases the attack speed of all allies for 2 turns, and the beast attacks all enemies. Okay, so you attack all enemies and you defense break. So you have 2 times to defense break, and you reduce the enemy attack bar to 0 if it's lower than yours. So I think that is like a premium version of a Yen, it looks like, because it gives you an additional defense break, and it gives you the defense break if you don't have a Galleon. So what's going to happen here is Chiwu goes, Wind Beast Rider goes, and then Tyrone controls your whole team. That's the idea behind this team. I can see it, okay? I can't look at the win rate, I don't know what it is, but I think you can easily control it with some sort of I don't think there's too much damage on this team, unless that Tyrone is like super sneaky in terms of damage, because it doesn't scale off speed, so it shouldn't do too much damage. You can expect Chiwu could be like, for example, 300 speed. Martial Cat, the Wind Beast Rider, like just a little bit under that, for example, and the Tyrone goes, because that's how it is. It's definitely not like a second turn thing, that's for sure. Okay, Sierra, Rauk, and Iris. So to bring you guys a little bit back before, so Sierra, Iris is the combination. Well, actually, no, this is the combination. Sierra, Stripper, Fire unit. The reason why it works that way is because you want a stripper to let Sierra land the dots here. The most common stripper here in the middle is going to be an Iris, And most recently, because the the light cowgirl is free now, it's most often the cowgirl because it's just FGP. The reason how it works is, you know, before you used to run Sierra Orion Fire, Sierra Iris Fire. The reason it works is because you have like a mono team, three element team going on here. You need the strip for the Sierra to land the bomb. So the cowgirl does it, Iris does it AoE, and it's built on Despair. And it also, second skill has like a multi-hit there as well to silence you. So that's why this team works. So another variation for Rauk is going to be a red Charlotte. What's her name? Red Charlotte. We'll call her Red Charlotte. Sierra, Iris, Red Charlotte. Sierra, Red, Iris, Perna. Some variation like that. So the Rauk is really interchangeable in this team for a Kumar, Rakan, most likely Perna because of speed tuning and things like I mentioned here. So moving on here, okay, like this one, boom. This is basically the same concept I was just describing. But if you're running a cowgirl on instead of an Iris, Iris is almost guaranteed Despair. Reason being, her kit is AoE every single first attack. So you make use of the stuns, right? But for a cowgirl, you have the potential to snipe someone first turn, reduce the attack bar. Sierra goes and bombs them. Perna, defense break, one clap, you know? That's the idea behind this team. Same variation like I said before, Sierra, Lauren, Rauk. Same concept. It's unviolent. What if you snipe something with Rauk and a bomb? Then you cycle turns with the Rauk, and it's attack reduction with the Lauren. Easy control win, man. And this team, I think it's the same concept. It looks like a little bit more of a budget version of this one. I think this is the most common version, and I think this one just gives you a little bit more control. There's less potential to one-shot. There is the cowgirl goes, the Jean goes, and then the Sierra goes. But Sierra, you can easily manipulate the AI and not get destroyed. Put an arena in there and 2 fire units, and you're good to go. So that's like, this one, you can easily manipulate the AI because there's 2 light units here and not missing one of the elemental units here, okay? Moving to Tower 10. Tower 10, probably the most important one because 5 and 6, it's 2 gateways into your side. So that's probably the most important one. Okay, Kamoon Orion +1. In this case, a super premium black cow, a black Rakan. Oh baby, we got the wings on that. So how it works here is, Orion could be on Swift, could be Violent. Don't know. You see this ambiguity thing going on here in this guild? It makes you think. And people, they probably cycle runes in and out, free removal, and never same every month. But most of the times on Violent or Swift. So if this is on Swift, you cannot take the chance of going second Orion, like Orion speed game against another Orion speed game, and you lose. Get a defense break on the Orion, and then Zeratu one claps you. So in theory, this team is probably speed tuned, and the Kamoon is the speed lead, but also is the sustain because the shield. So this is like a team that gets wins and doesn't just stall out to lose. And we have Resistance League with Heritage, Beta, and Rauk. To me, I think we're just abusing the fact that Heritage is a LD Nav 5 that just makes all your stats hot garbage. Rauk gets mad cycles in. Beta gives you that immunity, gives you the things required to do that little thingamabob, whatever you already call it. You know, I don't know how this team works, but I'd be interested to seeing the win rate after this video. All right, War Panda with the red Josephine, Sharion, and Triana. And another one. Okay. You know, they think this is like a sustained form of team where they whittle you down with stealing your buffs. You're probably having an attack buff. You probably have will runes on your team. So if the enemy team goes last, it steals all your buff afterwards. This team's most likely gonna sustain because of how the kit works on Red Josephine. What is her name? These units they don't even know. No one uses these units except for these guys. Holy moly! So the Red Josephine mass sustain because you focus her while the Sharion steals all your buffs while Triana gives you the sustain. I fought some of these before. Having control with CC and strips is what wins this battle. So I was using stuff like Lauren, Iris with the AoE strip, and then make sure you don't run stuff with attack buff because that's how this team does damage. It takes your attack buff, mine now, and destroys you. So how it gets W's because there's a defense breaker. like to get wins, you need a defense breaker on defense, because that's how you get all the damage in. If you have no defense breaker, it's gonna be a slow battle, and it's not like it's gonna be really slow bruisering with like tons of damage. And now we have a Louise, Orion, and Black Velajewel. Wow, another premium team with a 1 LD nat 5. So like I said before, Orion, probably Swift if they're looking to snipe you, but there's no speed lead on this team, so I don't think this Orion is on Swift. Probably on a violent build to cycle turns a billion times and stun your whole team, land the defense break, and let Black Villager destroy your team. Louise has sustain and shields. She doesn't have like a defense buff, but it definitely gives you the HP buff for the Black Villager to work here, I think. So that is the threat in that defense. Right, Tower 11. Oh look, another Tyrone, Clara, and Masha teams. Clara stuns your, strips your whole team. Masha, defense break. Tyrone, tons of damage. Must be nice to have a win Beast Rider, boys. Looks like pretty OP. Okay, we have Sierra, Water Monkey, and the Red Beast Rider. So if this is like an RTA build, everything will take first turn. Because we know most Water Monkeys and RTAs are plus 170 speed, you know. And then the bonus, the base speed on Marsha, I think it's called Marsha. Could be wrong here. Is bonus 123. So this team has their strip from the monkey, but you can manipulate the monkey AI by putting a fire unit there, and then the Sierra will bomb the fire unit here. So that's why the Water Monkey is not used as often like a Lauren or Iris, because you manipulate the AI. And oh look, same concept like I said before, right? Sierra, Stripper, damage. So here we have tried the elemental colors. I think how it works here is Clara strips your whole team. The monkey goes, stuns your team. Sierra controls. If the AI messes up, a Water Monkey has a third skill strip as well. So the Sierra is the threat primarily, and then I think the Water Monkey and Clara will be on Swift to take first turn, abusing Sierra lead. This, I have no idea. This is how this guild operates. Put all the new nat 5s in. No one has time to read essays, so they'll just go in not knowing what anything, not knowing what any of these units do. Well, maybe not for you, but that's what I would do, because I don't read any of these skills. I find out when I get butt blasted by some random unit I've never seen before. Like, remember when Terrence was out? Holy crap, did he revive? What the heck is this essay, man? So I got no information about this defense. Looks like everything else I've said, maybe. Okay, so Panda, Jean, Chandra. That I think someone told me it was like the Jindra or like Chanjin or something like that. That combination, what the hell name? So typically you'll see like a Pernanda for sustain. So how this team works is probably the Tian Lang strips and everything because he got buffed again, so he's OP. Jean controls, and then Hug City get punched and slammed. So a very control style team. And if you can't one shot something here, you're probably Dunzo controlled. But it's actually Copper Bulldozer. Actually, not Copper Bulldozer, but actually it is. If you run a very, very slow version with like an Amelia, you take second turn and then you never get stunned because you're OPAF. Okay, moving on. We already just did this one. So the other NAF4 tower for the other side. So let's run through all of them because last time they were all the same. So if it's all the same, it's gonna save me some time, man. Okay, looking pretty good. Okay, they're all the same. Okay, they're all the same. Save me some time, malicious. Okay, this is not scripted. I did not tell them to put all the same defenses in one base to save me some time for this video. Okay, so like I said before, speed lead. Hey, wait, this one's different. Wait, these two are different. Okay, never mind. They're all doing. Wait, three of them the same, two of them are different. Okay, moving on. So here, these two. You remember that like the meta used to be Susanna, Orion, Garo, and how you would beat that is you go first and you destroy it or you shield will. So now there's another variation of that where you take first turn and then Miho tries to snipe something out. However, you can't cleave this back because Miho's kit is busted and it shouldn't be a thing for a Nat 3 that's awakened. So you can't, like, you can try cleaving this, but you gotta be built a terrible user, 99 crit rate to make sure you can kill that Miho one time. But I can see the idea here. Go for a snipe here. The Kamoon should like never. Maybe like this is my theory crafting. I'm not sure if I'm right. The Kamoon will never put a shield on the Miho because Miho will. Well, she's like is it the lowest? It's about lowest HP, right? But Miho's not built by. Never mind. Scratch that. The last 1 minute I wasted your time. Okay, this one, Garo, Orion, Miho. So there's no speed lead for the Orion. So that's like, it could be a swift Orion and it's like baiting you, but I'd be pretty confident bringing a slower Orion and then putting a Kamoon in just because I have additional speed. But if you decide to like shield will cleave this, like you can die here. There is no AI manipulation you can use because the Miho is a dark unit and is going to destroy anything if it's the defense break. So I'm going to assume that the Mihos are actually speed tuned to the Orion. Otherwise, if it's not, then it's not getting a turn. And if you're trying to like beat this with raw damage, the Miho can has potential to solo you. So I see the idea behind it, but I can like, what if that Garo was a Susano? But the Garo's kit makes it what is really, really good. So I would like to face this defense and see how I would do against 3 of them in a row, obviously. But I'm not in siege right now, and I can play my own defense and try it. But my Miho isn't built exactly for Guild War. Guild War and RTA, 2 different beasts, by the way. Anyways, guys, I showed the other rings. The most, like, in theory, the most important towers that you want to cycle their defenses over and over again, or maybe waste their defenses. Actually, no, you wouldn't waste them because the other ones you want wins, and you make them waste their best attack and get wins. Okay. Anyways, hope this helped you and you and your guild to make some powerful defenses. If you guys enjoyed this, if I think that there's enough like views and likes, I'll make another video about their inner circle to expose some more of their meta defenses. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment for more videos.